You guys, you got Gypsy here back with our Week 2 match in the CFA. This is the West Coast Weaviles, coached by a guy called Tcmtl. So I'll just give a quick rundown of the team I brought. On his roster, he had the likes of Mega Manetric, powerful breakers like Dragauji, and fat walls like Melodic and Porygon 2. So I did sort of build my team. I did sort of predict him to bring these 6 mon, or 5 of the 6 mons here. I wasn't really sure about Yamega, but he did bring it. So I'll just quickly give a rundown of the team that I brought. We've got especially defensive Wish Rachi with Heart Stamp and Toxic. And so basically Toxic is there to whittle down his walls. I can Heart Stamp his Melodic, meaning that it can't recover if I get enough flinches, which is a pretty dirty tactic, but it also helps deal with Porygon 2 pretty effectively. And then I actually have T-Bolt as a kind of semi-lure for Skarm, because Skarm is sort of a nuisance to, if it is specially defensive, and a bit of a nuisance to Altaria, to an extent. But anyway, we'll continue on. So I've got Rotom here, who's just a standard defensive spread. Takes on Skarm pretty well. Takes on Yanmega, unless he's Specs. And next up, we've got special attacking Mega Altaria. I felt like special attacking was better this week, just purely because of the fact that he has a Skarm. And Flamethrower does a lot. Fire Blast obviously can't kill, can't OHKO because of Sturdy. Flamethrower is an easy 2-hit KO, even if he is Sped F, so I'm running special this game. Next up, we've got 3 attacks Gravity Landorus Eye. So with Gravity, Skarm is not a switch in. Especially defensive Skarm cannot check Landorus Eye. And with the moves, I've got Knockoff on there as well to weaken the Porygon 2, make it easier for my other mons to break it down. Then I've got specially defensive Stunfisk to completely wall Mega Manetric, set up rocks, which is very necessary for Yanmega. And just an all-round nuisance to his team because his walls can't really afford to waste turns healing up if I maintain offensive pressure on them. And lastly, we've got Subcombine Crest, who can put in a lot of work, coming in the likes of Melodic or a -2 Dragauji or something like a Porygon, a slower Porygon 2. So let's jump into the match. So first turn, he leads off with Manetric. Now I thought it was possible that he might lead off with something like Melodic, considering I do have a Stunfisk, which, as you'll see, completely counters Mega Manetric. So I did lead off with Rotom here. And my best play is just going out to Stunfisk. He doesn't care about Manetric in the slightest. So he goes for the Volt Switch. I'm immune. This gives me a chance to set up my rocks right here. Now I stand and go for the Toxic because I do have Heal Bell on ult, so I don't care too much right there about the Toxic. But I do miss as he lands a Toxic on me, which is pretty unfortunate. As he goes out to Dragauji here. I made the double to my Rachi expecting him to switch out to Dragauji, not wanting his Porygon to get poisoned. He wasn't really going to switch in Skarm because of the threat of Discharge, so Dragauji was the play for him there. It was unlikely I was going to Earth Power, and even if I did, Dragauji's got really high Speed F, so it wouldn't have really done too much. So I switch out to my Rachi, knowing I can comfortably take on this Dragauji. And so he switches in his Skarm. I go for the Hard Stamp, just in case he stayed in. But he makes a good play, he goes out to his Skarm, and I reveal the T-Bolt here. He only takes 39%, revealing he is specially defensive. As he defogs the rocks away right there, which is important for his Yanmega. So I stay in T-Bolt. I stay in Toxic because even though it will give him a defense boost, I want to whittle this Melodic down. He doesn't have any way to cure status on his team, which is awesome for me. So he tries to get the Skull Burn as I miss Toxic, which is very annoying because I'm playing with Skull Burns here. But I do really want to get off that Toxic. To get pretty lucky, I don't get burnt. So this gives me a chance to switch out right here. He actually switches his Melodic out to Mega Manetric. As I go for the Hard Stamp, I stay in to go for the Hard Stamp, knowing I can flinch him down 6% of the time. Again, Stunfisk is my best play. I am poisoned, but I do have the lefties, so that does mitigate the poison damage a little bit. switches out to Dragalge right here as I go for the T-Bolt, just in case he wanted to switch out to Scum. That's fine. Jirachi comes in every time on Dragalge, and I can wish up. And I'm not running Protect, but Heart Stamp is sort of a pseudo-Protect in that I can 6% of the time guarantee a flinch if I am faster. Now, because I am Spadef, Flamethrower will not kill. So I do go for the Toxic here, just wanting to whittle this Manectric down, because even though I do have a check to it in Stunfisk, it's not getting whittled. Stealth Rocks aren't up, so it does get a free switch out versus the Stunfisk. Now I go to the Rotom here, just in case he wanted to go for the HP Ice, because I have shown Stunfisk as my switch in multiple times, but he makes a good play here and goes for the Volt Switch, not fearing the Stunfisk switch in. You know, maybe thinking like I would scout for the HP Ice, so he goes out here. He goes out to his Yanmega here, and I'll just pause it here. At this point, he can only take out my Rotom if he is modest. Specs, I believe. Which he does reveal to be right there. So he is modest Specs, and that does take out my Rotom. But that's fine because it means Altaria can comfortably come in right here and not fear an Air Slash. I just go for the Heal Bell first to kill Stunfisk, meaning it can wall Manectric better, and then just take this Scum out with a Flamethrower. Don't think he was expecting the Special Altaria. Or if he was, he didn't think Flamethrower would take him out right there. So Jirachi is my switch in to the Dragalge, allowing me to just wish up once more. Now here's where I can just Heart Stamp, flinch the Melodic down. I think he's hoping for a Skull Burn right here. But it is in my favour, it's a 60% chance to get the flinch, so it is my best play to just stay in and try and whittle this Melodic down. This is just a series of flinching down on Melodic. He doesn't actually break free, so Jirachi gets the kill off on Melodic, which is huge because it means my landers can have some more freedom. Doesn't have to worry about Melodic coming in and scalding it or Ice Beaming it after taking Earth Power, which is pretty great for my team. So now Stunfisk is not toxic anymore, so it's just an even more reliable check to this Manectric. Flamethrower does nothing. As he's getting whittled down by the toxic damage there. Hidden Power Ice does only 29%, which means I can get my rocks up again. Now here, I am at 29%. I wasn't trying to maintain a differential as such, but I do switch out here knowing he is going to HP Ice because the last HP Ice did 29%, and my Jirachi can easily take that. I just want to whittle him down more and more with Toxic at this point, so I can. So he doesn't have many more switch-ins to come in on Stealth Rock. He goes for the Volt there. I didn't think he'd Flamethrower, as I do have the ult. I have shown the ult. So right here, he is taking more damage, and he's not going to stay in an ice. He's not going to stay in an HP Ice. He's going to hard switch out right here, which means Stunfisk has a pretty comfortable time to just fire off an Earth Power or a Thunderbolt right here. As I go for the Thunderbolt right there on the Dragalge, and it does nothing. As you can see, Draco from Specs Dragalge only does 35% to Spadef Rachi, so that's great. This means I can get off another Wish, because if anything, he's going to go into Manectric, which is going to die from Toxic, so I don't even need to go for an attack right there. He wasn't going to switch in his Yanmega on the potential T-Bolt or Heart Stamp. Now, even though his Specs, he can't kill me even with a crit, so this means I can just go for a T-Bolt and get rid of the Yanmega, eating up the Wish next turn. So basically, Rachi just wins here because it outspeeds both. It kills Dragalge from the range attack, and I can Toxic the Porygon 2 here. And essentially just flinch him down. He doesn't know where to heal up for Toxic. He's not actually rest Porygon or anything like that. So he actually just forfeits here. So that was a good match, Tcmtl. I had a pretty tough matchup versus Stunfisk, in all seriousness, with Manectric. It does just wall it. And, you know, the likes of Altaria and Jirachi just proved pretty good in this matchup. Unfortunately, Gravity Lando didn't get a chance to shine, but I might try and bring that in future matches potentially. So yeah, that was a good match. Stay posted for my week 3 match. I'll be uploading it probably tomorrow. So thanks guys, thanks for watching.